if you have a wingsuit on to collect wind, it's basically all you're doing is creating air resistance.
Or you're traveling everywhere you want to go backwards.
It's always good to just have it rather than not have it.
It is blue.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't like this. What's happening here? I don't like that Frank looks like he just got broken out of a mental hospital.
he needs a different color than white.
They're like, does she know that he's there? I'm like, suddenly I'm just like,
I look like a person that works in this.
You either work there, yeah, you probably work there.
Yeah, because I even look a little muscular, you know?
Oh my god, that's why he's wearing it. He's like, I
Look ripped.
You know how many mental hospital patients I choke out?
Oh my gosh. Why every time we hit record, then it just goes straight to the dark side.
You're like, record. We're like, I killed someone the other day. You're like, what?
How did we get
I don't know why.
It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, well, you know what? When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love.
Yeah, so when you take the life of somebody else, you're sending the life versus birth.
Frank, emotions are a necessary part of life.
They can also destroy your perceptions, so sometimes you have to cut them off.
Yeah, let go of your resentment.
Well, sometimes I just don't think about the terrible things I'm doing.
Don't think about the terrible things I'm doing.
He sounds like Dexter.
Don't think about the terrible things I'm doing. Like, okay. Sometimes I just have fun.
You just put that in a box.
Yeah. Come back to it later.
Or not.
I try to think about it. I had an ex the other day message me and they were like, I hate you. And I'm like, yeah, that's relevant.
Seriously?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
And then, well, they wanted me back at the same time. So they kind of make up for it. It's like a backhanded compliment.
That's a stupid way to go about it.
And it's very stupid.
Well,
Gross.
But it was easy for me because I was like, I'm not into you at all.
yeah. See
Or
ya.
your stupid games.
And they
you're
were
trying
like,
to play.
well, I hope you know that we broke up because of you. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you know that.
I'm the one who broke up with you.
You're like, yep, got it.
I was aware, yes.
With the girl that I'm seeing, you should see how smooth it is.
How smooth were you?
Just smooth. Like, can't believe it's not butter spray on version.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Is that where you stayed last night?
Yeah. It felt nice too because I didn't have to drive to fucking Clarkston. I didn't. I was telling these guys too. I didn't even get that much sleep though because I had drank so many Red Bulls, and my body was like, you know, so
Tired.
sore just from 20 hours. Yeah, so I woke up like 18 times, but
Oh, that's awful.
it's alright. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it was just nice not to be. No matter where I would have been, I would have had. Last night would have been rough.
Yeah.
I think we need to switch places.
Are you gonna?
Because I feel like you're not. Because I feel like you're not gonna look as scary sitting in this chair versus me sitting in that
I
chair.
can move closer too.
I think that's worse. Here, sit down in this chair, just real quick. Let's just see. Just because it's lower.
Are you gonna see her again today?
That's better.
Maybe not today, but probably tomorrow.
That is better.
Is she not working tomorrow then?
No, she'll work, but I'll probably just go over there after work or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do look better now.
Her dog's cool too. I was playing with him all last night.
What kind of dog does she have?
German Shepherd.
Oh, nice. Cute.
Yeah, he's huge too. He's a real big dog.
Did you tell her, like, if you want to get real serious, that she's gonna have to move to Minnesota?
Not yet, Danielle. Jesus, you don't spring them on this early.
Hey, you got to be honest and upfront.
Well, yeah, but it's also like, hey, do you want kids? I'm not gonna ask her that yet, you know?
I do.
No, not first day. You gotta wait. You gotta let things progress, you know? And
Oh, first day?
yeah, well, I mean, I literally just saw her in person for the first time yesterday.
Oh.
Not ever,
Not
but
for the first, yeah.
yeah, since we've reconnected. So, you know, take it easy.
Have you guys talked today?
Yeah, yeah, she just texted me. But we've been talking all day since I came down here.
Crazy.
I had to take a nap though because I was tired.
I'm excited for you.
This year has flown by.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, in a freaking blink.
I know.
Stupid.
And I feel like it's my fault because I kept saying it'll be over in a blink of an eye. Victoria, it'll be over in the blink of an eye. And then suddenly it's like, it's 2023
I know.
every time.
So I'm messaging back my Sheila, the HR lady.
Bye, Sheila.
I know. I thought he was saying it like Australian. My woman, my Sheila. That was cute. Did you hear Danielle's laughing? It's cute. We have the weirdest laughs. Did you already drink that?
Good.
Cayman Jack.
One down.
Yeah,
Oh, mango, yeah.
yeah.
Those are
Mango is.
those are good, Cayman Jacks.
Yeah,
I didn't know about them.
yeah, me neither. They're good. I get mom too. With the NyQuil.
Mom
She
had
ain't
one.
waking up tonight. I gave her two. So we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
She's gonna
Where's
sleep like a little baby.
did Dad see?
No.
When I went up there to give her the NyQuil, she was like, I don't even have a sore throat anymore. I'm like, yeah, medicine works. Because my client does. My client uses cough medicine when he gets sick.
Yeah.
And it always surprises me. And then last Friday, he was sounding a little sick, and he's like, I'm gonna, over the weekend, I'll take the cough medicine and I'll feel way better.
Yeah.
And yeah, he sounded way better, and I was like, okay, he's on something. So when Mom said, I've got a sore throat, I'm like, I'm just gonna go buy it. I'm not gonna ask her. I'm not gonna have a conversation. I'm just gonna get it.
Yep.
And surprisingly, she took it all the times that I came up to give it to her.
Yeah.
That is
That's
surprising,
sad.
actually.
I know. She didn't fight me at all, except a little bit last night. But it was kind of like a toddler waking up because she was already laying down, and then she was like, I don't want it, and I'm like explaining it to her, and then she's like, okay. She laid back.
Because she was like, she knew that you would just go away quicker if she just took it.
Yeah.
She's like, I gotta just take it, and then she'll go away. I can
Yeah.
sleep.
We just don't take medicine.
We don't take medicine.
We
Just
don't.
deal with it.
We're like,
I know, I've
hate
had a
life.
headache for
I
the
hate
past 2 days. It's like, I haven't taken anything.
I know, I can't. I always find it crazy when people open up their like purses and they're like, I got ibuprofen, I got the aspirin, I got the Tylenol, I got that. You're like, Jesus. Like, keep that.
Yeah. When I travel, I always make sure I have something in my backpack though, because when we work 16 to 18 hour days onboarding people, I have to take something, or because I'm supposed to be like super nice and welcoming. It's hard to do when you have a headache.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be the worst job for me ever.
They're dealing with people all day.
What are you
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about? You deal with people all
Okay.
day.
No, I deal one-on-one with clients of my choosing for the amount of time I choose when I want to on every weekend.
You're super in control of the
Very
situation.
different situation there.
It is. It is very different. Yep. That's funny.
Mango. I love mango everything.
That's good.
Mango anything. If you ever like, if I'm in the bathroom at any point in any place where you're getting me a drink, get me something with mango. I'm gonna love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Just
cool.
always mango.
Yeah.
And if you're getting food and you're like, oh, I wonder what she'll like, chicken strips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a child. Okay, chicken strips every time. Give me chicken strips. I'm done. It's delicious.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, I don't like mango stuff either.
You don't like mango stuff?
I like mangoes. It's like orange. It's like orange flavored things. Like I do not like orange flavored candy, or like Jason made Kool-Aid today that's orange, or like Crush. Yuck. I do not like that. But like real oranges, love. Or like watermelon flavored stuff. Sometimes that's too much. Like I'm very particular about flavors and tasting.
Do you like
super
Contro?
fake. I don't know what that is.
It's a liqueur, an orange liqueur. It's delicious.
What about orange chicken?
That's okay. I much rather have, like, if I'm gonna get Chinese food or Asian food or whatever, I usually go for spicy. Unless it's
Are you recording?
sushi.
This is really good information. What about tandoori chicken? Do you like tandoori chicken?
I don't know what that is.
No, I have a different question. So, do you not like fruit flavored candies, really?
Sometimes. Like, I like Starburst.
Because you were saying like I don't like mango flavored stuff, and you named candies, but then you said you didn't like watermelon flavored candies. So I feel like you just don't like fruit flavored candies.
Sometimes I don't. Like, I will eat, like, out of Starburst, I'll eat the red and the yellow. Those are my favorite. But if I eat, like, too many pink ones,
Mm-hmm.
like, I can have one pink one, maybe. Like, do one pink, but I can't do a bunch of pink ones.
Like, what happens if you have too many?
It makes my stomach upset.
It's not liking them. That's called doesn't make you feel good.
You're allergic to them.
No, it's
Say
like...
the flavor.
Yeah, the flavor. I don't like the pink ones. Yeah, I don't.
All right, that's the beginning of this podcast. It's all about Danielle and
I don't like
like
the pink ones. Don't give me the pink ones.
pink one. That's it.
Just start it there. And welcome to the podcast.
I'll have one pink one, and then Frank's like, "What happens if you have more than that?"
And welcome to the podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. We are drunk.
Yeah, by the way, Danielle should probably do welcome to the podcast this week.
Why?
Because you're on the last night.
What the hell are we calling our podcast? Is it
It's
still
Unseasoned Reviews.
okay?
I thought it was
Relative reviews.
no.
Relative review.
No. Just keep going.
What was that one we said?
Can
Oh, it's
Oh,
not that.
Reviewkin?
review can.
It sounds like puking.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like Sharukin.
What's that?
Cute.
Yeah, you valley bitch.
I do not sound valid.
You have a puking.
That sounded like Polly Shore.
No.
Have one of these?
Yeah.
Which one? Do you want mango?
I don't care.
Well,
Do you have a mini fridge in your room?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. We both lied to you so quickly. Why did we lie?
It's fine.
Oh my gosh, you guys are drunk. We're not getting through this.
Here we are.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You can tell because of the top.
Yeah, the tabs.
Yeah.
Does
They color coded the tabs.
Victoria, What book are we reviewing today? We need to start there.
Rise of Magicks.
Yep.
Yay!
Yep. The Rise of Magic.
B.
Yeah. So Danielle,
Danielle would be a good preschool teacher. How do you have to go to the bathroom? I'm like, may I please go to the bathroom? You're like, yes, you can. Good job. High five.
BS
Gold
you may.
star.
do we want to change our name?
Oh, that didn't look good. What kind are you
don't like
drinking?
You're drinking the mango one.
Oh, wait, I like it now. It was weird going from this mango, to this mango.
Oh, yeah.
Two different mangoes.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. This one's like, Mike's harder is more like sour, and this one's really smooth.
Yeah.
This one's real smooth.
Yeah. You don't really taste the alcohol.
No.
My go-to drink, if I'm somewhere and I don't know what I want, is either a regular margarita, no salt, or a Paloma. What did you say?
We didn't hear you.
Or a Paloma? You didn't hear anything? My go-to
we heard-
drink?
Paloma.
We didn't hear what you said right after we both said, I have no idea what that is.
Because I asked, I
Ah.
whispered to him, what is that? And he just said, I don't know.
It's
We're the idiots at the smart people table. Like, sit back with me. Like, I don't know. Fold back in later.
We'll Google it later. Don't worry.
Like, cool. I understand that. Yes. Those things.
Danielle, do you want to?
What's a Paloma?
Oh,
Tell
it's tequila and grapefruit and
She likes a lot of tequila drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a whiskey drink. I'll take a sour drink. Wait, how's it go? Take a lager drink. Songs
This
that
is
remind me of the
the
good
best-
times.
yeah.
Songs that remind me of the best times.
I never did those lyrics.
Yeah. Take a whiskey drink.
Yeah.
Take a lager drink. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed I knew that name.
I was. I was impressed.
Okay, are we ready? You guys are both looking at me like, and what's next?
We are the worst.
Do we know what we're doing?
You're supposed to be introducing us.
You're in charge.
All right.
What's I was gonna say? Something else instructing us.
Do we like our name? Are we good with it? Do we
Oh.
keep it? I don't
We
care. We keep it.
we don't
We
have
need to come up with it. Okay.
we don't
Right
have a
now it is
replacement.
4:57. By 5 o'clock, we need to have a new name, or we're keeping the name. Is everybody ready? Deadline starts now.
I like,
4:57. Go.
I like the
What are our
deadline.
ideas?
Addle brains.
What?
Addlebrain.
No. We're not dodo birds.
Dodokin.
Relatively stupid.
Dodo.
No.
Relative. It could be worse, but it's pretty bad. That's the tagline.
Yeah.
It could be worse, but it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, but it could be worse.
Yeah.
It'd be funny.
That's a good name.
Because then we could also describe it like,
Well, then we're not tied into literally anything.
Yeah.
Because we're never going to stop being relative. So, are we ever going to stop being stupid? No.
no. All right, Danielle, it's called Relatively Stupid. Got it.
Nope.
We already got the tag name underneath it, too. I will not align myself under this banner. So I will not carry this flag. 4:58 right now. 4:59.
I mean, do we all like our name?
Look, I don't have a problem with it. You guys now have a problem with it, which is why I told you guys to come up with a new name without me.
Yeah.
Now you're dragging me back into it.
Yeah. I don't know what she's looking at.
She's looking at names.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to be inspired.
Why don't we just call it Unseasoned Reviews for now? And then,
You and Danielle make plans.
yeah, we can look at it later.
Flip open one of those books, pick a name.
Which of these?
No matter which one. Just flip it open.
Relative perusal.
Anywhere.
What? Sounds like we're perusing our relatives.
Okay.
Ew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ooh, relative peeping. Disgusting. Okay, flip it open.
I did.
Okay, what is it?
It's shadow. Emotionally manipulative.
Relative show. Shut up, Jesus.
You don't know that? Pathological liar. Relatively pathological.
What does that even mean?
Relatively. We're pathological.
Pathological is like something that you continue to do all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's like we're pathologically.
So, relatively, we'll do this podcast.
Well, no, we are relatives, and we're pathologically we're continue to be relatives.
Relative
Continue to be relatives
contemplation.
No.
It can't be so long.
Yeah.
Relative
Emotionally
debate.
immature. No, we're not debating.
Relative agony.
Yeah.
It's 5:01. We've already broken the time barrier.
Yep, we're done.
You don't. You go like this.
I opened it.
You flip. You flip like this, right?
Well, I flipped the one.
Rhythms. Relative rhythms.
Alright.
Relative digest.
Yelly, say when. Ready? Go.
Oh, what when?
Relative energies. That's literally sounds like we're for an alternative energies.
It does. Sounds like
So maybe that's what we should now do.
Yeah.
Changing our job titles.
Just on a win?
No, that's what we're talking about. Like someone put up a new wind tower. I think we all need to start wearing wingsuits.
That didn't make any sense.
It's gonna power into a battery that's on your bike because it's hooked in there. So when you ride your bike in the wind that you're collecting through your windsuit, is charging the battery that's on your bike that then goes to your house.
I just put a huge amount of drag on you. You think
We test it.
Let's not go to it. You won't walk with me. It's a real battery.
Come all the drag.
Yeah.
Out the leg muscles.
Yeah, look, you get the leg muscle. You just want to go anywhere.
Go somewhere.
If you have a windsuit on to collect wind, it's basically all you're doing is creating air resistance.
Or you're traveling everywhere you want to go backwards.
She says in her shit. I was thinking like collaboration or relative.
You're so upset about it too. You're like, no!
That's so stupid.
I just love that you guys say I'm so smart. That's why I love to come up with random shit to say. Because then you're like, why did we say she's smart?
Relatively stupid, dude.
The title.
I'm just gonna change it, not tell them.
She'll literally never know because she'll never watch podcasts.
Exactly. Because all I have to say is welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. And then just insult us.
No.
But really, it's the podcast thing.
Yeah. Yep.
What if we
All right,
just
let's
add
continue.
something to
Yeah.
relative, like combined 2 words?
Yeah. Review can.
It sounds like puking. I'm sorry. Relative.
We can't hear you. There you go.
She's pretty far away from the mic.
How's this? Can you hear me okay now?
That's much better.
You're a little muddy though.
Why don't we just call it the theory of relativity?
Okay. What do we call the general theory of relativity?
Someone
why don't
would
we call
be
it
super
DNA?
upset.
Yeah, we could call it DNA. I'm sure there's podcasts already called.
There are, of course there is.
Let's not worry about it right now.
Okay.
Let's just go random name,
No.
5 seconds, and everybody has to agree
Relative
that this is our name.
exchange. Can't hear you guys.
Relative traits.
Relative banter.
It's a relative train of thought.
I like
Relative
banter.
dickering.
Random name. Magical. Nice. Okay, which one should we choose?
Okay, fuck. What are we doing?
Just
Should I look at your Amazon cart?
dragon.
Gut feeling. Ugh.
What, Danielle?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Relative Aaron. That's the name.
That's not...
We chose dragon.
Victoria literally pulled up a dragon name simulator generator and said that's our new name. Relative Heron.
Oh,
That's
I'm
crazy.
sorry, because you can't come up with any decisions.
Review can.
I already said I don't care.
Yeah. I know. Good name.
I don't like it.
Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it because we're
Okay.
wasting time.
All right, are we doing
'Cause
this?
We're not gonna figure it out anymore.
I like bringing up the house.
Anyway, Danielle, say welcome to the podcast, and then say.
That was supposed to happen like
Today we're
10 minutes ago.
I know
All right.
what I'm gonna say.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, you're way too close to the mic. No,
For the
no.
love of Pete.
That makes it sound really, really bad.
Look, you know,
Too close.
I hope you know what you're doing, because
I
I
don't.
don't.
If it gets too close to the mic, it does this. It sounds real bad. So just keep about 4 inches away. Right there's great.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Unseasoned reviews. Yeah, at least today.
She sounds so a little bit like aggressive to her. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, let's take it again, and then let's cheer it up just a little bit.
sucks so hard. Hello, everyone. Well,
No, it's too.
Hey, everybody.
That's.
Hey.
hello, everyone.
I don't push.
Welcome to the podcast.
Too fast.
Well-
Too fast.
Welcome to the podcast, Unseasoned Reviews. I'm here with my brother and sister. This is the 5th take because they are
Hello.
very judgmental about the introduction.
I am not actually judgmental. I am just not very nice.
What are we reviewing today?
We are reviewing the Rise of Magic, the
Big
second book.
Nora
Nora-
Roberts.
Nora
Third book.
Roberts. Third
Third
book?
book.
Third book? Yep, third book in
It's
the
the third one.
series. Yep.
In the series.
We should call it a trilogy.
Trilogy.
Gonna be real bad.
Why are they together?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So, what do you guys think of the book?
Yeah. Danielle, I don't have my notes up to say what we're supposed to do with the podcast. Like the.
Oh, where did we put that?
It's in.
Your
something.
drive?
Yeah.
Podcast outline.
There we go.
All right. I think we did the talking about our lives already, unless we want to start that over.
Oh, you're not there with the little blurb.
Okay, so do you guys have the back of the books? I don't have my phone.
No. Oh, shite.
I can do it.
I don't have shite.
I don't know if I have it in my.
So, this series, this trilogy is by Nora Roberts. She's an American author of more than 225 books, which is crazy. She also has, it is insane. At least for me, this is the first series where she went more into the fantasy realm. Totally for her, all three series. Usually she sticks to more romance, and then she also writes under J.D. Robb, which is a more futuristic series.
Just keep going.
There,
She's hot.
yeah, my brother has a crush on her.
I don't think it's a true crush, though.
What?
I don't need to explain myself to you.
Okay.
Do you see how I set a boundary there? Take a lesson, ladies. Just kidding. I'm really bad at that. Don't
Did
take a lesson
you
from
see
me.
how I expected the band? Take a lesson, gentlemen.
Alrighty then.
You're like, why? Yeah.
I know.
Hold on, everybody. Let me pull up my very real information that I'm not Googling right now.
Oh, Danielle, you're also gonna have to pull up reviews for us. I have it open on a tab.
You just fucked everything up, didn't you?
Did you just hear it?
Yeah, sorry that you guys rely on me so much.
Wait. Wait. I feel like you've made us rely on you, and now you're persecuting us for relying on you. That's not okay.
You literally said, I will never listen to this thing.
Not ever. One day in my life.
So, whose fault is that? You, not me. And I'm okay with it.
I'm also okay with it.
Just saying.
Saying.
Well, look, Danielle's learning now. She can become a secondary producer.
She looks like definitely like a producer.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like the real deal, the person behind the scenes doing all the work.
Yeah.
Instead of, the egomaniac just trying to act
Well,
like
she
she
will
all
be
the
the
work.
person doing it.
Yeah, she'll be that person dealing with that person.
Okay, so we read the third book. That's what we're reviewing today for you. A quick summary of the book. So the third book, after the sickness known as the Doom destroyed civilization, magic has become commonplace, and Fallon Swift has spent her young years learning its ways. Fallon cannot live in peace until she frees those who have been preyed upon by the government of the fanatical purity warriors. Fanatical purity warriors. Endlessly hunting or locking up people, brutalizing them in laboratories. She's determined to save even those who have been complicit with this evil out of fear or weakness, if indeed they can be saved. It's a pretty badass book.
If indeed they can be saved. I feel like that was a very cheerleader-y way of ending
Let's
it.
bring it on.
Freaking bring it.
Get it.
The energy, I just liked it.
Okay, so now we're
You know
just
when you're watching something and then you turn to the other person like, did you see that?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So, this is the third book in the trilogy, Nora Roberts trilogy, to end it all. The last book Fallon took on her training and became the one and proved herself. And it all ended with Fallon killing Eric. And Eric sacrificed himself to save his daughter Petra. So that's how it ended, with Fallon taking Eric's body to basically cleanse it from this earth. And then Duncan and Fallon, the lovebird, said, hey, we can't be together, it's too distracting. So they separated. Big moment.
They separated, and Duncan went off to train with Malik.
And to help him train other soldiers.
Yep. That's right. Yep. And this next book opens up where we're seeing some of they're leading up to fight, I think. Malik and Duncan and Fallon and everybody are leading up to a battle, aren't they?
There's a battle right at the beginning.
They're going to take
a prison.
Yeah, to take a prison or something. Yeah. So that's where we're at now. But Fallon and Duncan haven't seen each other forever. New Hope's been flourishing, doing its own thing, gaining a whole bunch more fighters and things like that. They're definitely not big enough to like take on all the dark yet.
No.
But they need to. Fallon's like working on strategizing to take certain places to gain a foothold to be able to take back the dark. So that's where we're at.
Yep.
This book is building to the final big battle, which is in New York City. That's where Max and Lana are from, Arliss, Fred, Chuck, Katie. So basically all of our beginning people that started New Hope, they all started in New York. The last big battle is going to happen there, and you kind of see it building towards that.
Oh, I didn't even think about they all started New York, went to New Hope. I didn't think about that. Fuck all of you.
So keep going, Frank. Yeah, so we're building to that last battle in New York.
Yeah.
Actually just kept going. Hope, York, Hope. What does that mean? Somebody figure it out. You're like, this is a nonsense pattern. I'm like, no, it means something. Nora.
You can put in the meme where all the symbols and numbers
like,
come out. Yeah. So they're building that last battle. Fallon is
I didn't
putting
choose
herself.
to wear this either. They put me in this. Let's keep going. I'm sorry.
We are not. Okay.
You guys decided that I wear the freaking goof outfit, that I ask all the stupid questions.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Anyway, you didn't get it. Keep going.
I'm a stupid t-shirt.
Yeah.
So they're building the last battle. Fallon's proving herself. She's the leader. First, they have a battle at the beginning. We're going to skip that. Okay, so first, I know. Just think. Well, I was saying it, and then I was like, wait, we're not talking about that. So we just kind of, okay. So Fallon, before she's going to take New York, though, she's going to take Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., she doesn't see as that important of a strategic place, like to route troops or anything. What she does see it as is the place where there's a lot of symbolism in the old world that people still cling on to. So she wants to cleanse it so that way people stop looking at it like that. That's the whole point of D.C. So we're building to that first. But Fallon, being a dope-ass strategy mind, thinks, hey, let's cause a distraction so that way they start sending out troops and reinforcements to these other places. And right as they do that, then we'll hit D.C. So she's going to take
Arlington.
Technically, that's not true. Okay, so
It's not at all.
Did we even read the back?
We did. Here's what
Read the back of the cover.
I read it just 5 weeks ago. So Fallon wants to take DC for the reason I said. But first, she's going to take Arlington, which is close to DC, and then she can use that as a staging point to attack DC.
Yeah.
So to take Arlington, she distracts them by attacking Utah and South Carolina before she starts taking Arlington, so they can send all the reinforcements. That's what happened.
Holy hell.
Yes, we did it.
Correct.
We finally got there in the end. And we didn't even have to look up the book, so I feel like you guys should be impressed.
Yeah, listen, it's so good I can remember it.
It's so good I can remember
This
it.
book is really good.
You have mad recall that I do not have.
I agree.
Stop doing that with your hands.
He's
It's scary.
looking
It's
at
like you're
the
recalling
notes.
right now. No, it looks like, what do you recall?
I have fucking notes.
He doesn't have any notes.
I thought that's why you're looking at your phone.
No,
I
he's talking
have
to
it.
the girl that is doing things with. I didn't mean so bad, everybody.
Okay.
What's wrong with my brain?
Okay. All right. Focus. Okay. So,
Fantastic.
yes.
Particular.
Arlington is really the first major city they've taken over, right? So this she uses this to send out a message. What did you say?
I'm sorry. You sound amazing.
You really do.
You really do.
Such assholes. So Fallon uses this opportunity to send out a message to everyone, right? And say, look, everyone that's for the light, come to us, come join us in New Hope. And everyone that's for the dark, watch out, watch your back, because we're coming for you. Yeah, exactly. So it's such a cool moment. I love how Nora, she just, one, there's like clear lines between light and dark, right? And two, she's like, and also we're gonna kick your ass and prove that the light should always be the winner. Right?
Yeah.
Do you think if Nora was a Satanist and always wanted the dark to win?
Oh my god. I feel like that's not.
That would be.
I don't think that's what Satanists believe, though.
Yeah, it's not. Listen.
Okay,
It's not.
on task.
Satanists
Let's
are-
not go down that road.
What I will say too is Nora does show you like some of the terrible things the dark does. Like
She lets you hate him.
Yeah.
She doesn't just phone it in and say like, "Oh, it's the dark." She does explain why you should hate the dark and why
Yeah.
it does bad things.
what doesn't explain, she shows you.
She
right?
shows you.
She shows you.
She shows you, everybody. So if you don't see it, then you open your
Well,
eyes.
they say
Open
don't
your
describe
eyes.
it. Show it. Don't say it.
Open
Show
your
it.
eyes while you're reading the book.
Don't-
If you have your eyes open, how are you gonna read it?
Well, what if it's an audiobook? But what's that stupid
Open your eyes.
saying? What's that stupid saying? That's like, don't. It's like, don't say it, show it. Don't describe it, show it. You know what I'm saying? There's a saying.
Say it, don't spray it. I don't know.
Smelt it, you dumb.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
There's that old.
Oh my god, cool. Dory opens the window.
On task.
Please tell me works.
I am naming this podcast relatively stupid, is what I'm doing.
No, you're not.
I'm naming
What?
Relatively intelligent.
relatively stupid.
Relatively stupid and relatively intelligent is the exact same titles. It's just a sliding scale.
It is.
They'll be anywhere on the scale. Oh goodness. So in this book, though, I think we find a lot more. We get a lot more information on what the dark is doing that is awful, like how they're organizing in an awful way, how they're hurting people as an organization, as a business, basically. Like, business is booming. I'm sorry, everybody. Anyway, they're roving gangs before. It's like, yeah, that's going to happen in any apocalypse. But now with Jeremiah White leading the Purity Warriors and that whole group across the country, they have like an organization that is instilling these values of pain and suffering and being awful toward people who are okay with magical creatures and magical creatures themselves. So Nora's really helping you to understand how the dark will organize. It's like we do have to take a militaristic stance against them and defend ourselves against them, because they're not always just going to be this small little group of people. They can band together and become an awful, huge problem.
Yeah.
And so
Well-
she really helps you to connect that way
and
root for Fallon.
Well, and then it's not only the Purity Warriors, right? It's also our government that used to, be in control, but they're still operating, and they're doing experiments on the magicals and trying to figure that out. So it's all bad, right? It's just both parties. So taking DC, you would think like, no, we don't want to do that. Why would we overthrow DC? Well, it's because our own government, who's in charge now, is doing terrible things to magicals. So
yeah, and throughout this book, like I think even in the last book, the second book, you're even hearing about what the government was doing, how they are capturing people,
rounding them up.
And even people that are non-magical, they're capturing them because they're trying to do tests about like, why didn't you get the doom and die? It's just, it's awful. The other thing is, like, you'll see, I believe there's a camp of, I think it's just raiders or something, and they have like small little magical children locked up, and then there's like fairies that are captured in jars. Like, it's just so disheartening. But Nora she fucking slaps you in the face and says, bitch, get off your ass and get to work.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have time to sit around and just live your quiet life like Fallon was doing on her farm with Simon and Lana.
Well, it's kind of amazing because at least Nora lets you see how, if it was you or me or any regular person, we would, of course, see at the beginning of the doom, we would see everything's falling. Yes, everything's in shambles, whatever.
Yeah, Walking Dead style.
2
Total
to 5 years
chaos.
later, when we've made a quiet place for ourselves, are we gonna go and interject in that lifestyle ever again? Are we going to go near those big cities ever again? It's going to take a lot to convince us to do that. I mean, Fallon's done that multiple times over, convincing everybody that, yep, your life's peaceful right now, but it's not going to continue to be if we don't fight against it.
Yeah.
And so she's kind of a badass, and she's only like, what is she now?
In this book, she'd be 17. In the last book, when she started doing that, though, before she got to know, she was around 15.
Yeah, she was like 14, 15.
15, somewhere there.
Yeah.
She was young as heck, trying to convince these people. And she's seeing all of it. She's seeing the things that are happening. Yeah. And we're not. We're the regular person living our peaceful lifestyle in our little town for the last couple of years with no problems.
Yeah.
And she's coming to these people who have like gotten comfortable in their life, and she's like convincing them to go and fight. Like, it's pretty intense. It's a difficult thing to do.
I mean, she does an amazing job with just describing and even showing how Fallon becomes this mature general for her army, right? She definitely embodies the call that, to be the one and to be the savior, right, of everyone, and get her troops in order, and just that journey too, and how that comes about.
Now,
and she's just an amazing storyteller.
Danielle, describe the time that you embodied the call when Alcoholics Anonymous was asking you to be their spokesperson. Tell us.
Whatever.
Tell us about that journey.
Yeah.
I feel like who was the person that came on what they didn't have a big horse that they showed up next to Danielle's house on, but they did show up in a little Pinto to train her. She received the call, right? Like Fallon. She was in a little Pinto. A little shitty little brown Pinto bean car.
Yeah.
And then
it was one of her drunk friends. Danielle's drunk friends.
They are drunk.
They're drunk. And they're saying, Danielle, we know you've struggled with your problems and that you've come out of it
on task
positively. So just saying, you answered your own call.
I did.
Did you?
I got to be able to sense my children.
That's all he wanted to get to. He really wanted to get to that end result where you're a mom and you're a drunk mom, and now you're overcoming your drunk mom issues.
Totally.
How do you feel right now? How do you feel right now?
Great. I really think we're on totally different levels. And I'm having to be the preschool teacher in this podcast.
Yeah. But she does answer that call. She does become a badass. Like, and it was even sad in the last book when she's like, doing her training with Malik, and then Nora's describing how she's becoming more serious and not joking around as much. And
Yeah.
but I mean, like,
losing her
has
youth.
to.
yeah, if you're faced with that, yeah.
Well, she's seen too much too. I mean, how you go back after that? It's like us when we were little kids and we saw a bunch of horror movie crap. It's like there's no going back in your mind from that point.
Yeah.
You can't take it away now.
Yeah.
And Fallon's seen so much dangerous, awful things that are happening in the world, terrible things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally pictures in her head. It's not like she's reading words that are saying bad things. She's seeing it happen. It's very visceral.
It's not movies, it's real life.
It's sucky.
Yeah.
And so it's understandable. I would lose that too. She's traumatized as hell.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people think like you a lot of times you'll think like how cool it is if there was a magical world, but like this dispels that. It's like no, there's
yeah.
shit in there too. And Nora just easily shows us like we have bigots in the real world and we know that.
Yeah.
And there would be bigots in this magical world too, and they do awful things to people.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no idyllic existence anywhere ever.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy coming to this podcast.
Got real dark.
The thing is,
There is no hope. Abandon all hope. You enter here.
what I wanted to say was there is a trigger warning. People like you read this book, like Nora's going to show you the shit. You're in the mouth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't come in thinking it's all joy.
You can just Google it beforehand. Look up the trigger warnings. We don't have time to put all the trigger warnings on there because I'm
No.
triggered by most things. So, anyway,
Yeah, but
What? Yeah, wait.
she does. She definitely puts you in the muck. You are definitely feeling and seeing the dark, but there's the other side, right? There she has an amazing balance of giving you hope and things to look forward to and storylines that you want to keep hearing about and see where they go. Like Fallon and Duncan.
yeah. Yeah, and all the little babies and the kids growing up and things like
Yeah.
that. And she puts you in that family mindset family and community mindset where you think, if I was in this situation, at the end of the day, it would make me, it would make me want to fight seeing little children who are totally pure and totally innocent. And they have no part in any of this darkness or terribleness, and wanting to protect them. And Nora even does that. She kind of throws that right in your face with Petra. Petra makes this little 3-year-old or something.
Toddler, it says for sure.
Yeah, a
I don't. It
toddler.
might have said the age, but definitely a toddler.
A toddler show up and try to get Hannah to
Hannah.
go away with her.
Because she doesn't attack Fallon directly.
Yeah, she never attacks Fallon directly. She always goes after who's around Fallon to try and get Fallon to basically lose all confidence in herself.
Yeah.
So she tries to get everybody around her. But you see how the darkness, Nora really puts it plainly. It's easy in this book, I guess, for you to go, that's obviously bad. That's terrible. This is not terrible. This is the other side that's not looking for bad things to happen. So it's nice to, it's kind of nice to be in this climate just because of how the world is. Everything's so nuanced. In this book, this series, Nora doesn't do that. There's not so much nuance that you can't root for a hero. You know who the hero is.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yep.
Yeah, for
She
sure.
does. She does have mystery around characters sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
But when she wants you to know that a character's good, they're good.
They're good.
Yeah.
I know. I remember in the first book, I thought I was really questioning whether Eddie was a good guy or not,
Yeah.
showing up in that gas station area.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. What's gonna happen in the long
What's he gonna do?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This little dog,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Scooby-Doo character,
Yeah, he's
Shaggy
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they take Arlington, then they plan for DC.
Yeah.
Yep.
DC, and I think somebody already mentioned they do end up taking DC. You get to see that they take experiments on them. The battle scenes are pretty cool. You get to see kind of the different powers that people have and whatnot.
They bug the White House.
That was Girls Trip.
Yeah, that was like Girls Night Out.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
what's that movie?
Girls Trip.
Is it Girls Trip?
Yeah,
think
it's
so.
called Girls Trip. Yeah.
I never watched it.
Yeah.
So good.
But what happens there is Fallon, to learn more about DC, decides she's going to bug the White House, and so she's about to flash there because she used her crystal to do it, and then all of a sudden, Tonya and Hannah show up in her room, and it just sucks all three of them into the crystal.
They're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then, boom.
Yeah. And
they end up in the White House.
Yep. But they're obviously, you know, they've been through so many freaking battles.
I want to see it. I want to see it on Netflix.
I was trying to think.
I want roller skates because I want to roller skate in the White House. You don't think I'd be allowed to roller skate in the White House?
I think you might be able to roller skate in the White House. What I'm saying is, in this book, I don't know that they would roller skate in the White House.
Someone needs to roller skate in the White House.
I don't think.
Why else did you go?
I think that's zombie. Because they're in the White House.
Well, I'll show myself out. the wrong podcast group. I'm gonna go to the zombie land.
I am not reading any zombie books.
I thought they were making it into a series. No, they're not. They're making the new book.
It would be so cool.
Are they making?
I don't remember things. No, they're not.
I don't remember us talking.
It
about
was.
It's
not this one.
That we're reading.
Well, I thought it was the last one.
I thought it was Peter Brett's.
The Demon Cycle series.
The three body problem they're making into a Netflix thing.
Let's see.
Right now.
Yeah, Victoria's right.
I am right.
Problem. Netflix.
It rarely happens, but when it does, it feels good.
Drama, 1 season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Three-body problem.
So there's the Chronicles
of Riddick.
It's a good series. What?
I know. I love Pitch Black. I like the coloring. It's so washed out. It's like.
Oh, it's the Chronicle.
I like the tonal difference as well in Moonrise Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good movie.
It is. It's the one where the guy has leprosy. The king or whatever. I think it is. It's about back in medieval times. Oh, fuck that.
The Warded Man TV series based on the novel in the works.
What?
What is?
The Warded Man.
Oh, that'd be good.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Okay, sick.
It'd be good. I just know that the next one we're doing, this is irrelevant.
It is. Go ahead.
Sure is.
Well, what I was going to say is this. Why I think the Warded Man would make... Okay, so if I had to pick, Warded Man...
This is still irrelevant.
But it's good for the podcast. Warded Man versus the Chronicles of the One. Which one would you have made into a TV series?
The Warded Man.
Of course, because nuance. And nuance is so much.
There's so much.
So much more depth.
I want to see the fights.
Yeah.
I would want to see the way that Inebra grew up, though, those kind of fights. But also the later chicks.
Yep, within Keto.
Yes.
Yep.
I would want to... Ashia, yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, God, I want to see that so bad.
Yep.
See, that's... Is the nuance gets you. That's what really... It grips your soul a little bit.
That's take away from Nora, obviously. I mean, clearly, she...
Joey did that.
Wait a second.
She's around $200. She knows what she's doing. Are you telling us to wait a second?
She's a bait. No.
You're telling me to wait a goddamn second. It's like, what?
But Nora obviously knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And like we described earlier, Nora gets to the point. There's no fat on the bone.
No.
But with Peter Brett, it's just the characters are so deep, and the way that he did the books, where it's like you're all of a sudden learning about a new character, especially.
And you hate them. You have an immediate, visceral reaction to it.
Why are we even? We're now
so
talking about Peter Brett.
He told you it's irrelevant. It's really
good. It is, but that's what I would love to see in his TV series. So damn good. But anyway.
God, but they can fuck it up so easy.
Well, of course.
So easy.
Of course. I mean,
it'd have to be like Game of Thrones level.
Yeah. And
Could you imagine though? Could you imagine seeing Leisha, Arlen, Jardir all together? The tension where you're just like, oh my god, there's so much that's gone on.
Arlen is the messenger, and then Arlen goes to
Arlen leaving.
Tracia.
What's her face?
Mary.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I finished
But also-
Andor.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Right? Are you
Yes. So good.
just like, what?
They're making
I
another
was
series though, right?
No, there's another season, of course.
Okay.
Sorry, Andor's back. But anyway,
But no, it just made me think about when Victoria said the tension, because have you watched Andor yet? Oh, there's this character they follow, and when you go into that character's home, you feel this tension, this unreal tension, and you're like, I don't want to live here. Like, I don't even want to visit this place. Like, why are we here? Like,
I don't want to go.
the tension in that home.
Where?
Andor. Watch the series.
Andor.
I haven't.
I know we're saying you need
It's
to watch
so
it, and we're
good.
saying
There's one
there's a
character.
character,
There's a home.
their home life, and the tension's so palatable. Like you feel it. Like
And
Danielle
you're-
was describing it to me, and that's when I said that to her. She's like, "Yes, that's it," and we were both like, "Yes." Like,
Screw that.
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're like,
it's. But anyway, we're way off topic here.
we're
I
so
told
off
you.
topic. But should we talk about why you're not with me? You're with Victoria. We never mentioned that.
No, we don't explain shit. They don't get to know the answers.
I'm visiting Victoria and my mom and my dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Cool.
And so I'm not with Danielle right now.
I know.
So I'm on a little.
Danielle and him are on a break.
That
We're brother and
seems
sister.
Weird.
But they're on a break right now.
I'm watching Lil. She definitely lets me know when it's food time.
Does she?
Oh
Just
my
don't
gosh, it's
finish?
so funny. Yeah. And her meowing, like she'll come upstairs and meow at me, and then she'll go back downstairs and wait a little bit, and then she'll come back up and she'll meow again. And it's like, I'm coming. And so finally, when I start walking down the stairs, her meowing gets louder. Like she's cursing
I
me
knew
out.
it. I knew you could hear me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where she is right.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
She's a lovely cat.
Well,
Sorry, Frank, you're gonna have to do a
Alright,
lot of editing to move shit around.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay,
Okay.
so we mentioned DC.
So we mentioned
you should
DC.
color
They all
your
got.
shirt
To move around so much, it would be such a pain.
it would be hilarious if sometimes it's like green and then it like skips and it's yellow.
That
I'm-
much work for that trip is not worth it.
It's not. You got a lot more problems with
It's
this
like
podcast.
5 months just doing that. It looks like at the end, like literally that much of a laugh.
Okay, did you
No,
both
seriously.
read? Did you both read through these notes for this?
No.
I've read through them.
Okay,
you were
Victoria,
gonna say
you
no,
you should just read through them, because I don't know what we were on, but I think it was either all of us did not get enough sleep, or we worked on this late at night. Like this, our notes are ridiculous. Like, they're so ridiculous.
Frank's head just explodes.
Well,
It's like,
Well,
what, dude?
Danielle, it's like when we do the command man thing, right?
Oh.
So that's what she means by ridiculous.
Yeah, and there's like an
Oh.
Iggy Azalea reference in here with her "I'm so fancy" song. Like, it's so. Our notes are so random. It's like, what is happening?
But that's because Vivian. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Don't
Let's
do
get
this.
into
Are
Like you're
we
fucking-
mentioning her though? Are we mentioning her or
Like-
not?
Let's get into.
Bring it through. You're clear for landing. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Just saying.
Let's get into it then.
Okay. Listen.
I'm listening.
So,
Texans are the
They plan for
Best.
DC. I'll be gross if you guys want me to be gross. Yeah.
All right.
How should
on task.
So when Fallon is planning for New York City, because they have to attack it at some point, that's when we find Vivian. Vivian shows up. She's from Quebec.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Quebec.
And Vivian shows up, and the way that Nora describes it is she is so fancy. She is a person that likes having luxuries. And this makes you think at first that Vivienne doesn't like her people, because or like she wants to stay in power because Vivienne rules Quebec.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what it makes you think instantly. Nora points you in that direction. So what you have to find out over the course of time is whether that's true, and you don't know about her. And the other interesting thing about Vivienne is she has a secret, and you don't realize this at first. But at the end of the conversation with Fallon, because she's talking to Fallon because they're trying to basically team up and they want to basically have an alliance so that way they can both send troops if the other is attacking against the dark.
Can you smell my feet?
No, that's very weird.
Stop.
I cannot.
Just making sure. I couldn't smell it, and I was like,
Can you smell it? No.
can you smell it? Fucking
Yeah. No, I know what smell means.
I love you. I thought I meant like, will you actually put my foot in your face? I love you guys. I smelled it myself.
That's how we should start the podcast. Can you smell? You cut that, and that's the start of our podcast. I love you.
Okay.
Okay. So they're gonna form an alliance, and that's what we're questioning Vivian, and we're trying to figure out, is she a good person, is she not? She likes fancy things, does she actually care about her people? She's trying to figure it out. But then what you find out at the end of the conversation is that she actually has a secret. I think it's at their first conversation that you find out that she has a secret, and it's revealed through Fallon, and it just, I don't know, it kind of changes everything when you find this out. Like it
Changes the game.
It just
definitely
elevates.
changes from. It does.
Yeah.
It does. And it has
Yeah.
a new layer to it that makes you go, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So that's why we said Vivienne was the I'm so fancy.
Yep.
So after all of that, Danielle, they are not ridiculous notes, and how dare you?
I mean, they're all over the place. We have Darth Vader in
They
here. We have Dragon Ball Z. You
All
know,
good references. All good
They are.
references.
Yeah.
some
What do
random
you
What
random
else do you
stuff in
want
here.
to-
Princess Bride's in
Point
here.
out some of the references you've used.
Yeah, name a reference you like.
I'm just saying, we were all over the place, man.
Yeah, nothing.
And
Okay,
then
so-
at the end, we talk about Buddha and like people in this.
No. Typical, only thinks about Christianity, doesn't think other religions are cool.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. She
You know
works
what?
for HR.
Yep.
She works for
focused.
HR, like HR's its own company. All right, task. Victoria, go.
Yeah.
About what I thought about it?
Well, whatever. Yeah.
Where are we at?
Ask Vivian. Ask Vivian. The Vivian comes up when they're planning for New York.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. They're planning for New York, so it's down here.
Yeah, we put in here that when Fallon is trying to ask Vivian for the 5,000 troops, that Vivian just barters
Yeah.
for coffee. Yeah, it's like totally understandable.
The only thing she barters for.
She wants her tropics. I understand it though.
She lives in Quebec though, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Cold as hell.
So that'd be really difficult. That I feel like that's a good reference too, because that'd be hard magic.
Mm-hmm. It is hard magic. Only Lana was the one that learned how to do it.
Yeah. Wow. So I feel like our references are just getting stronger the more we talk about
Listen, I liked him. I don't understand.
You know, I just justified the hell out of our reference. Dragon Ball Z relates to life in general. Because, you know,
I need to watch an episode of that.
Well, like
watch. Okay.
Well, just watch the Frieza episodes.
Yeah, okay. And that's a lot, but
Yeah.
have her watch the unabridged.
Mm,
Do it with her. Popcorn night.
okay.
You'll
Isn't
get
it
it.
like a kid's
Yeah.
It'll
cartoon?
take like 15 minutes.
It'll take 2 episodes, and then she'll go. Gotcha.
Also, what you just said is a little bit offensive, but I'm gonna let it slide.
What'd she say?
She said, "Isn't it just a kid's cartoon?"
Is it-
wrong with you?
I don't know.
I've never seen it. Is it something
She
we
said
could watch with?
drinking regular.
Is it
pretty
something
good.
we could watch with the boys?
I mean, basically, there's like there's punching and fights, and like they'll get like blood on their mouth and stuff.
Like one little.
Yeah.
So not.
And
It's
And
like
they destroy worlds, and
okay.
but they come back later. They just wish them back into existence.
Yeah.
It teaches good morals.
So it's like Pokemon.
Okay.
No,
What are we
but
doing? Nothing. Clearly.
Nothing.
Danielle's not a pop culture kid anymore because she's spent the last 8 years with babies.
Who let that happen? Not on my watch. No, I don't know where I was going with that because it already happened.
You were in Australia.
I was in Australia, so
It's all your fault.
on my watch.
It's very true.
You need to help her though, because she
I've been
doesn't know shit.
I've been trying. Trust me.
Is it a kid's cartoon?
He's been
No,
trying
just
to.
immediately.
He's been trying to get me
Whiplash.
more hip, and I've been trying to get him to more of a happier place.
Hey, I will say I am more happy. This is probably the happiest I've been in a while.
Both are quality
That's awesome.
things.
Yeah.
We're helping each other.
Yeah, you're not hip yet though, so I fell on that.
Yeah, you're probably happier than she is hip.
Yeah, this is very true.
So that means I'm better at my job than he is at his.
Sorry, what'd you say?
So then I'm better at my job than you are at yours.
What's that?
Oh,
Oh, that's true.
oh,
Yes,
shots
that
fired.
is true. That is true. But then here's the other thing that I would say is that I'm a much faster learner than you are.
Oh snap.
It's one thing that I'll say.
It's not gonna be related.
It's completely unrelated. Back to the feet question.
Okay, so back to the feet question is our pause in the middle of our podcast. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So
Moving on.
we're
Moving
in
on.
New York.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about New York. It's too much. We don't want to spoil this for them too much. We want them to read the book.
All right,
It's
so
an
how do we
amazing
want to
book.
wrap up?
Normal.
This way. All right, guys. So we're not going to tell you about the very last battle, the very end of the book. We're not going to tell you.
We're not going to go into depth about some of the fights.
We're not going to go into
Like
too much.
what happens after DC, right? Like
Yeah.
after they attack DC, there's some cool scenes in there.
Yeah.
And
Do Fallon and Duncan work it out?
yeah, I don't know because also what happens in this book is Mick shows back up
Make shows back up.
to join the army and to help fight, and he even helps train a base.
Yep.
And Duncan sees it, and Duncan even gets mad at one point. He starts getting
They have
jealous.
a bit of jealous, a little rivalry going on there.
Yep. Well, what about
And-
Duncan's brother? What, you know what I mean?
Duncan
Like how
doesn't-
he. I'm sorry. Fallon. What happens with Fallon's brother?
Oh, yeah,
Her
yeah,
oldest
yeah.
brother,
Yeah.
and how he.
Yeah.
Colin.
Yep.
Yep. How he develops. His
Yep.
character's pretty
And he
badass.
becomes, well, they describe him in the beginning as having a soldier's mind, very much like Simon.
Yeah, but
And-
he doesn't have any magic, just like that.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
That's really cool.
So he ends up becoming a very important character.
Yeah, it shows how it's actually even more impressive that, you know, being around people that may be more skilled or talented than you in some way, you can still help and you can still be a cause for good and you can still make a difference even with those people who have like special powers or whatever. But let's say just someone has amazing genetics and they're just like super good at something that I'll never be good at. It doesn't mean I can't try to be good in that area and do something, make a difference.
Yep.
So Nora does a good job of showing how everybody matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everyone's part. Yep.
And the other thing too is like we haven't talked about. So we know Eric died, but Allegra and Petra are still out there, and Fallon keeps having visions of Petra and what she's doing, and Petra even gets something even more dark and sinister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
If you thought it wasn't possible, she gets even more dark and sinister
Yep.
and gross.
yeah,
Well, yeah.
I think it's almost like a gift from the wound that opened.
Yeah.
You know, the evil from
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, that's something too, right? Like what happens with that shield that's broken? What happens with
Yep.
the leader of the Purity Warriors? There's so much that
Yep.
happens in this last book. So good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing. You should read it.
I know, I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, it's a really good book, and it's, again, unlike the last series we read, because this isn't so nuanced, you can pick it up and put it down super easy without thinking I've forgotten little tiny details. It's moving forward all the time. So if you're busy, if you have a super busy work life, super busy home life, whatever it is, you'll be able to pick it up, put it down, 10 minutes, 15 minutes here and there, and you'll know what's going on.
Yeah.
Nora Roberts is very streamlined in her approach to storytelling. So it's a great book for anybody.
Yep.
For anybody.
Quick reads. You'll get through it.
Yeah.
You'll not even.
You'll enjoy the whole part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. I think you just go read it.
Yeah, go read it. And now we're going to get into some other people's reviews of Nora Roberts' book.
What other people thought of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if they agree with us or if they say we're stupid.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Danielle, you haven't pulled up?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to start filtering through them and seeing if there's any good ones?
Yeah.
I'll go through on my phone too.
Okay, perfect. Here's
But
one
if
that
you have one you want to read to us? That's fine.
Okay. So here's one that agrees with us. Nora Roberts writes fantastic books, and this trilogy is one of her very best. It'll break your heart and make it sore. Remind you of your first
True.
kiss and your best childhood friend, family, and love. So true.
Maybe they should be on the podcast. Who are they?
I don't work well with others.
What do you mean?
I'm not inviting those people on the podcast.
Oh no. Here's one that does not agree. Horrendous butchering of
okay.
Irish language. Nora Roberts' obsession with Ireland is bad enough, but her mistranslations are offensive and ignorant. Surely she or someone on her team could make the effort to speak to an actual Irish person. Oh no.
They did. They couldn't understand them.
Don't listen to it, Nora. We love you.
Yeah. This person's stupid. Here's the thing. Danielle and I, when we were trying to figure out how to say
Too hot to Too hot to Donan.
Tuha
Too hot.
Denanen. Yeah. There was 3, and it said they were all Irish people, like Irish voice actors, and they all said it differently.
They did. They did.
all said it differently. If this Irish person wants to
Get your shit
get
together.
your own house in order, you piece of shit.
Get your Google together.
I feel like Irish people are the wrong people to say that to. I feel like
that Irish person.
That Irish person.
Like, other Irish people know that some of their own Irish shit they need to sort out first before they say, hey, don't talk about... It's like, hey, Nora, don't talk about Irish stuff. It's like, why? You don't want anybody to know about your culture?
Listen to this one.
I know, but I feel like Irish people are the most likely to walk right up to you and punch you in the face.
I don't know. I
here's
feel
actually
like
that's
Philadelphia
really
people are.
They're kind of Irish.
I mean, okay, listen to this one. Gosh, no, I don't get it. This has been the waste of a trilogy, especially as I'm such a diehard Nora fan. Having suffered my way through the first 2 of the series, like, why would you even read the first 2? Like, if you hate it that much, would you just, like, not
Just
read
keep
it?
reading.
You know, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She suffered her way through the first 2, or I don't know if this is a girl, but okay.
Yep.
Why did you assume?
Just don't.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it
You
later.
took the Irish. They're gonna...
Oh, I'll attack them. I mean, they're gonna attack me for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, she suffered her way through the first 2. What?
I switched. It's like, why would you even get through the first 2? Like, if you hated it so much.
That's true.
I don't know. Why did we read? Should I bring it up?
No,
'Cause I
don't go there. It's a tangent. That is a road we do not need to go down.
There are children outside. I can hear them.
Outside your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear.
It's terrifying because it's dark out there. So what are they doing out there?
It's heart-rendering and soulful. Sometimes it'll bring you to tears and then it break your heart. I loved every page. I would like to read a follow-up on these characters. Heck yeah.
This person's complaining about the prices. His review's titled Tricky Prices.
Prices? With the purchase of the book. Oh no.
Where was he on where it was tricky?
Amazon. And he gave it a 1 star because the first one was $8.99, then $9.99, then $14.99. Okay, dude. Nora has like the
Nora?
control.
Yeah, well, you need to get control of them, Nora, because this guy can't afford your books. He goes off the first book. He's basically the equivalent of they suck you in and then they raise the prices.
Yeah.
Shoot.
The 14th books is $52.99. You need it. It's actually a genius strategy.
Somebody else said this book is printed upside down, backwards, and a few sentences are chewed off.
I love that person. I want to hang out with them.
Where are they ordering books from?
That would be great. Okay, hang on. Whoever's listening to this podcast, here's a terrible business idea. Create an Amazon site that's called My Dog Ate My Homework, and every item that you send them has dog like bite marks on it.
That's what you're not lying.
Name checks out. Keep it 100. Frank, hand me
A
that
lot of
folder,
people
please,
liked
Madison.
the first 2 better than the
Time to
last
get
one.
high.
Yeah, they did.
I had to show my ID to get this.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm like,
Don't do it.
cough medicine. I had to show my ID to get it.
There's this person that says that Nora bashed Christianity in this, but I don't. It was, I mean, she's making an analogy to Christianity,
Huh.
you know? But
Frank, people that are religious and are upset are gonna make everything a problem.
yeah, true. Fucking.
Fuck them.
That's interesting.
This is why Frank's happier nearer to you. He's more angry near me because I'm like, it's okay to be you. And Danielle's like, it's not okay. That's not good to be sad. Stop it. I'm like, hey, express yourself.
Be angry. Get angrier. Keep
Get
going.
angrier. Anger moves you forward. Don't be sad. Punch the world in the tits and don't apologize.
Oh my gosh, what are you talking about?
I wanted to make that a song. I wanted to start a band, and that's the first song. Would you be in a band with me? That's the first song, right? Punch the world in the tits and don't apologize.
I would, but I don't know if I can get into an instrument. So I'm so not disappointed with that.
I feel like you could do the banjo pretty good.
I would never play that.
What would you play? The flute? Oh.
The flute.
What kind of drums? A timpani? The triangle? Your percussion?
No, the drums. What?
A bit nervous reading this while living in a real pandemic. It was nice to have the escape to magic, to imagine fairies flying and around fixing things as they go. Loved every book in the series and binged them.
True.
Right?
Inspirational, perfect, totally consuming. I mean, this book on Amazon, out of 13,200 ratings, 83% were 5 stars.
I mean,
So,
it's
that's all I'm
amazing.
saying.
All we're saying is you should go read it. You should go read it.
Yeah. And listen, if it does come upside down and shoot off, yeah, give it a 1 star.
Unless the title of the owner's name is My Dog Ate My Homework, and then it's your own fault for buying from them.
Correct.
Sure.
But, or yeah, just read it, the electronic version.
Yeah, I agree. On that, what are we talking about next?
Hiking?
Oh no.
We are the next book we're reading is The 3 Body Problem.
Yes, by I don't know how to pronounce his name. Lou, L-A-U is his last name.
Let's see.
C-I-N-X-I-N. C-I-N-X-I-N.
I think it's C-I-X.
I-N.
First name C-I-X-I-N.
Okay.
Hang on. Pronunciation.
Okay, here we go.
No, we don't go, Frank.
Hit play.
Well, the sound was enough. Session. Lou Session.
The first name is
Shut your mouth.
Lou Session.
Is it should?
I'm gonna put it
Session.
right here.
Yeah, Lou Session.
Session. Yeah.
Session.
Lou Session.
Lou
but
Session.
his
Session.
Session is the first name.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Session Lou.
Because isn't it your last name actually comes first in?
Yeah, your last name comes first, but which one is the last name?
Yeah. Well,
The
it's,
question.
yeah, exactly.
the-
So I don't know.
I think you guys are right. Lou Session.
Yeah, Lou Session is a Chinese science fiction writer.
Okay.
I knew
So-
Session. Right.
Lou is his last name. Lou.
So we are reviewing. So we are reviewing the 3 Body Problem by Lou
Yeah.
Session next week.
Yes. What do we want to say about that book before people read it is, I want to say this book is going to be complicated.
Yeah.
And they definitely dive into some science. And not all of it obviously is going to be 100% factual, but it's at least going to be some theories in there and whatnot. And but very good, very good,
Yes.
very deep, very interesting story. Highly recommend you read it.
Yes.
Super objective, as well when it comes to the relationships, which is kind of nice because you can really understand relationships from the inside out in this book. It really doesn't put you like into the hearts of the characters, but it
Objective reality.
it's very objective, and I like that because it's just different.
Yeah.
Nora Roberts is putting you into hearts and minds, like letting you see the inner things that are going on, really interacting with other characters that way. Whereas
Brad even more so.
Even more so.
Yeah.
But with the 3-body problem, all of these characters that are in there, yes, you're understanding them and everything, but you definitely still feel like you're on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
And it's different and it's interesting. And then if you add in all of the science fiction and just the theories that are in there, super interesting, super different. And they have decided to make it into a Netflix thing. So if you want to get ahead of that, you could read the books first and then have a little bit more context when you watch the series.
Inevitably bitch online.
Yeah, because you will bitch.
Yeah.
Who doesn't bitch? That's what we do.
It's good. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be
So, that's what we'll
googling
be
some.
reviewing next week.
You'll be googling some
Words.
theories. Yeah, words.
Yeah. And so you'll definitely be, if you wanted to understand more of the stuff, because like I said, it's all tied in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thank
you for being here. Tell us what you think of our the way that we're doing the podcast. We're gonna continue trying to improve it. Thank you so much for your patience with all of that, and we hope you enjoy it and that you have a wonderful day.
Yep. And if you do enjoy it, make sure to subscribe.
Yes.
Make sure
Subscribe.
to comment, let us know.
Hit that bell.
Like button. Or dislike. If you dislike it, dislike it.
Yeah.
Right?
If you dislike it, go to hell.
Let us know why.
Tell us why you hate me.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Danielle, now what I want you to do is hit stop recording.